Hey gamers, what's up everyone? Lucas over here. We are back with another video. So today we have a lot of offers in the deals on the GOGs.com, which a lot of been highlighted with this goodallgamers.com because of the DRM freeze and the players game library has been pulled off by the companies or some sort of any reasons that the game is no longer existing in the library. So if you want to have a DRM free games which does not need any online activations and all, this will not get removed anyhow. This will be a lifetime library if you bought this game from the GOGs.com, which is currently on a deal. So without wasting any time, let's jump to the video. So the first game is coming up from the Dying Light Definitive Editions, which is 80% off, $9.99, which is almost like a 8 to 900 rupees in Indian currencies, which have all these 22 DLCs, even more than that, all these 7 years of worth lifespan that packs all of its content into a one single unit. Explore all the post-apocalyptic world has to offer, drive across Haran as you spread carnage in your buggy, face and survivor Bozok trials, explore new quarantine zones and enjoy plenty of new skins and weapons in all the DLCs which has been included since the 7 years of launch. So every DLCs has been added to it, and it's a phenomenal zombie game. So I can show you, this is the best parkour, atmospheric first-person, story-rich actions gameplay, and all this stuff. You know about this. So currently this is 80% off, $9.99, almost like 800 rupees, 8 to 900 rupees. So it's worth to check it out because it's DRM free. So buying the game from the GOG.com will not gonna make lose your game whatsoever. It will be forever, and no online activation, so you can port your all the game files to a different one and it's still gonna work. There is no need to log in or any internet connections to it. So moving to the next game, which is a part of a 3 games, is the Batman Arkham series, is the Batman Arkham Premium Editions, which is 80% off, $8, almost $7.99. That means $8, almost 600 rupees. The next Arkham City Game of the Year editions, which will cost like $4, almost like a 2 to 300 rupees. And the Arkham Asylum Game of the Year editions, which is $4, almost like a 2 to 300 rupees. So these all 3 games are separately, but currently this is on 80% off. We all know the Arkham Knight brings the best Arkham trilogy from the Arkham series by the Rocksteady Games, and these will bring up all the story sums up for the Batman and Bruce Wayne, and all the different DLCs has been added to all the Arkham series, which will be more playable characters like Batgirl, Nightwing, and Robin, these kind of characters, and the story even expands from there. So this kind of a games which looks more cool, and it's a favorite Batman your game, so it's kind of a deal. And if you know the GOGs.com, it will be forever in your library. They're not gonna pull off from your library, so it's worth to check it out. Moving to the next game is the Middle-earth Shadows of Mordor and Shadows of War. So both games are on a deal. 75% off for the Mordor is $5, almost like a 400 rupees, and Shadows of War is 85% off, $9, which almost like 700 and 750 or 750 rupees. So these both games are on a deal, and we all know this has been heavily inspired from the Lord of the Rings and the Middle-earth environment and these scenarios. So Shadows of Mordor is basically the story of a ranger from the Blackgate. It's Italian. You get tired by a soul from the Celebrimbor, and because you died at the same time and scenario is at the same, so your souls gonna tied up together to work in the same mission to take down the Sauron. So that's how story initiated from the Shadows of Mordor, and also have the expansions for Shadows of Mordor Season Pass, which we'll introduce Galadriel in this game, in these DLCs. So Shadows of War is basically taking down all these outposts, and all these heavy areas are being created by Sauron. You will take one by one every outpost strongly with the Celebrimbor. So currently both games are 75% off and 85% off, $5 and $9, almost like a 400 rupees and 750 to 800 rupees. So moving to the next game is my favorite one as well. This is our favorite, which is Mad Max. Mad Max is $5, 75% off, and you will get all along like 350 to 400 rupees, in which you can experience all the Lone Warriors savage post-apocalyptic world, where cars are the key to survival in the action-packed open-world third-person action game. I say this is the best hand-to-hand combat you can experience after the superhero genre from the Batman of the same Warner Bros. Game. So this is the best, you can say, the survival games from the Mad Max movie, and also fun to engage because it was underwhelmed because of these same day launch of the Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. So this is the coolest, I can say. The more DLCs has been added, and I can suggest that this is the best survival mechanics, and these all cool combat systems has been introduced in it, and the calm combat as well. So 75% off, $5, almost like a 300 and 400 rupees. So go, it's worth to check it out. Moving to the next game is the Tomb Raider Game of the Year. It's only the Tomb Raider and the previous title before this Tomb Raider are available on GOG, while the Rise of the Tomb Raider and the Shadow of Tomb Raider is not available on GOG.com because of these DRM issues. There's no DRM free for it, so that's why they have not included in it. So currently it's a $4, almost like a 300 rupees. So it's a new reboot, you can say, from the Tomb Raider. Lara Croft experiences the origin accent from the young woman, hardened survivor armed with the raw instinct and ability to push beyond the limits of human endurance. Lara must unravel the dark history of a forgotten island to escape its relentless hold. So currently 80% off, $400, almost like a 300 to 400 rupees. So it's worth to check it out. Moving to the next game is the series of Prince of Persia, which is favorite of our nostalgic and childhood memories are aligned to it. So all the Prince of Persia reboot, Prince of Persia Sands of Time, Prince of Persia Two Thrones, and Prince of Persia Warrior Within. These all games are $2, almost like a 200 rupees, which likely to be, but it's 160 or 80 rupees per game. So all the reboots and all these games are being in the GOG, and also they didn't cut out any cutscenes or any key moments in the game, while it will be moved from any other publisher downloadable sites. But either you can buy a Prince of Persia reboot or Prince of Persia the Two Thrones, which is $2, 180 rupees, and the Warrior Within's also 180 rupees, which is $2, and the Prince of Persia Sands of Time. So these all the games are the 200 rupees and almost $2, so it's worth to check it out. Moving to the next game is my favorite one as well, which is Days Gone, because currently it's in a deal I've included. So it's 75% off, $12.49, almost I can say 1,000 rupees. Yeah, it's also the wholesome amount of this $12.49 is the 1,000 or 1,100 rupees in Indian currencies. So this is the games where the open world action adventure set in a harsh wilderness 2 years after the devastating global pandemic. Step into the dark flakes Souge on former outlaw biker Deacon St. John, a bounty hunter trying to find a reason to leave land and surrounded by the death. So these are the post-apocalyptic zombies games as well. Apart from these Dying Light, you can also get all these survival experience in the Days Gone as well. There's hordes and hordes of enemies and hives, a different kind of adventures, and also bike stunts as well. That's cool stuff you can do in Days Gone, and watch open world you will experience. So it's 75% off, $12.49, almost like 1,000 or 1,100 rupees. So it's worth to check it out. Moving to the next game is the Evil West. So Evil West is a 70% off, $15. So you will get all along like a 1,200 to 1,300 rupees. So it's a $15 game. So almost you will get above this 1,000 rupees. It's on a deal and it's a DRM free. So it's worth to check it out, which is based on this American frontier dark menace. At one last agent top secret vampire hunting institute, you are final line between humanity and deep-rooted terror that now emerges from the shadows. Rise up, become a Wild West superhero, eradicate the vampire threat, and save the United States. So these are the games which can battle alone with your friends. Stylish, gory action combats, myths and legend, retold with a stylish, weird and wildest universe. Evolve with perks, upgradable weapons and tools. Explore and fight through a story-driven campaign, and save the area where you're born. So this is the game kind of look like a God of War but with the guns in the Western style. So this is the cool stuff you can do in this game, and I bought as well. So it's a 70% off, $15, almost like a 1,100 to 1,200 rupees. So it's worth to check it out. If not, then wait for the more deals. So moving to the next game is the CS Sam 4, which is $8, 80% off. which has the fourth segment from the Serious Sam. So Serious Sam is always known for the gun games, gunplay games, the massive gunplay games, and these horde of enemies without thinking of the stories or any lore or anything. Just shoot them up, slice them up, blast them up, and everything you can do, you have into your arsenal. Just use it all without even getting the second thought. So these are the games which can have you the badass moments in the game, which you can have the moments of the monsters and all this stuff. So it's 80% off, kind of a fun game, or $8, almost like a 6 to 700 rupees. So moving to the next game is the Metro franchise bundle. So all the Metro series is like Metro 2033, Redux, which is the almost like a remaster, Last Night Metro, which has remasters as well, and the last segment of the Metro, which is Exodus, and also the two DLCs, which is the two kernels and the Sam story, has also included in this franchise bundle. So in this game there is a post-apocalyptic scenarios based on the Russia, because it's based on Noble. So you're playing as a character Artyom, a Spartan legend ranger, which is incredible continent spanning journey across the post-apocalyptic Russia in search of a new life. In East, you must explore Russian wilderness across vast non-linear levels of follow thrilling storyline that spans an entire year through spring, summer, autumn to the depth of nuclear winter. So the first two games are to stop the apocalypse and nuking around the world, because somehow you get connected to the alien, while Metro Exodus is much more being to explore and connect the world together and take down all these factions which are against humanity. So these are the stories which revolves around, and it's 80% off, $10, and it's almost like 800 rupees. So it's worth to check it out, and it's DRM free, so you can do whatever you can do with your file. It's you own the game. So, and the next and the last is the Darksiders Blades and Wipe franchise pack. It's a 75% off, $20, almost like 1600 rupees. But it's a $20 game which have the Darksiders remastered edition, the first one, the second remastered editions, and also editions with the soundtrack as well, and the Darksiders 3 deluxe editions. So all these Darksiders which are being known by the hills, which has the 7 horsemen. So 7 horsemen are being summoned up to save the humanities and all, to go to the earth and protect them and defend them. So that's where these all the games comes under. And the third part is the third horsemen alongside the brothers. They have the sisters as well, so they will come play part in the third game. And these all the Darksiders has been massively hack and slash games, and more stories lines as well from this Hell and the Dark and Evans as well. So these are all the lores. You can much more excited and truly much more engaging storylines in it. So it's a 75% off, $20, almost like a 1600 to 1700 piece. So it's worth to check it out. So that's it for my side. I'll bring back the new videos and the updates regarding the games in the next video. So thank you for watching this video. So keep gaming. I'll meet you in the next video. I'm out here.
Yeah, boy.